Welcome back. This is our LL Tip segment, and we have a question from a viewer as usual. I'll read it out. Mom, this is a young lady writing. Mom is 45, but married to a 33-year-old partner of 3 years, or rather, maybe that should have been for 3 years. Mom earns a lot more than him and owns our house, but she keeps referring to him as the head of house. What does it take for a woman to be the head of house? I know we've been talking about, women and, the position where we have found ourselves. Okay, now, even where someone is so successful and owns it all and is even older in age, she's still, I wanted to say submitting, but that's not really what submission is. But anyway, so Stephanie, it looks like there's an obvious zip on your lip. Like, when someone says zip it, I felt like that I could see the zip. When can a woman? I know why Sakina is. You need to tell us a lot of things now. Tell us plenty. I will go to you, Sakina.
Stephanie now.
No, I'm coming to you now. So tell us, what do you think? Okay, what does it mean, first of all, for a woman to be head of house? What's your interpretation?
My interpretation is that for a woman to be head of house is that she runs the household, and the decisions of the household are made from her orchestration and her leadership. It's led by her. That's what I would understand by the woman leading the head of house. If it was a man, it would be him. But there's always a head and there's always a tail. I'm not saying that the tail is worse off than the head, but there's always that's the order of life.
But what are the things you think that determines, that puts her in that position to make the decisions and orchestrates things and,
For me, I want to shut it down for me. But it's down to, for instance, if it was you and me in that relationship running the household, we should make a decision between us of how we want to run our household. Who is going to take senior side in certain things, or
do people actually have that conversation?
I don't know, but for me, yes, those conversations need to be had. Purely because I don't want to do something. Let's say, for instance, your child has done something wrong. The partner beats the child, and the other partner's like, what are you doing? I don't believe in beating the child. But the person who beat the child was like, yeah, but it's natural to me. Now, this could have been foreseen if the conversation was had in your courting times before you had children in terms of beliefs. So that's why I believe certain conversations should be had, and that's why I'm very fluid in how I talk.
I think I see where you're going, but let me go to Stephanie. Stephanie, what's your take about head of house?
Head of house. Okay.
What's your interpretation?
Should I talk about the accepted way, or should I just talk about my opinion?
Both.
Okay. So I think I'll first talk about how we've been raised as an African child, African woman. A man is the head of the house, and a man is built in a way where he functions better when he's been trained. Yes, he's been trained. So if he cannot hold any other position, he'll be redundant, and you will have a shell of a person, because that's not how they've been trained, and that's not how they've been built. If you break it down to like daily life, what is really a head of the house? What does that really entail? It entails who makes decisions. Okay, decisions are really made by two people, so it's not just one person. So I think the both people are sort of in the same level, but from the outside, when you try to define it, you say the husband is the head of the house, but really, it's both people. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So back to the lady's question to say the mom has all the money and but the woman is just trying to, I don't know if she's African, try to do what's politically right, if that makes sense.
And maintain the peace.
So maintain the peace in the house and keep the man's ego. Because whether we decide we accept it or not, a man has an ego. And men function better when they feel like they're in charge. So I think she's doing the politically correct way of, I don't know if that's the right word, where the man is, but really, I don't think, if you look at the real sense of things, there's not really, everybody makes decisions.
I can understand why the girl is questioning head of the household. Traditionally, because the thing about money, men brought in the money, traditionally, and somehow they assumed, let's just say, they've been put as head of the household, they can make the decision because they have the money, and the woman stays at home and look after the kids. right? And society has changed. We are living in a different world now, where women go to work and bring money, and some women bring more money than men, which actually brings me to the question of this whole head of the household thing. You know, what is head of the household? What will make you a head? And when I go back to your definition, I really like it. It's about leadership. It's about the person that makes the decision. And if I'm in a household with a man, I would assume that the decisions are joint, because I'm not some dummy that's just going to sit there. I know what my children need. I know what I need. I know what my household needs. And I know what my partner needs as well. And the same way, I'd want my partner to also know these things. So when we sit down, as they say, two heads are better than one, we will sit down, we discuss it, and make a decision based on that we feel is best for us. Just like what you said, it's really dependent on the relationship and who you are. So when we go back to the question of you know, the girl who is the head of the house, it's up to them what they decide who wants to wear the crown and look pretty.
So it's a partnership thing. We're all concurring that it should be a partnership thing.
And it shouldn't be that deep. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
but she did mention something else that we shouldn't ignore. She mentioned ages. You know, there's a 13-year difference between her mom and the guy. Okay, so let's talk that one.
But genuinely me, when I was younger, I didn't want to date or be with someone who I'm older than. I just felt, I'll just feel a bit older. I'll just feel old. But I think if we come to normalize it, that the head of the home is a man. It doesn't matter if he's older. It doesn't matter if he's younger. It doesn't matter if he earns a lot
Take
more.
us back to age.
Well,
we've left
age.
head of house
Age.
parts.
Age.
Take us back to age. That's where we want to dwell in the next couple of minutes.
It's hard. Okay, let's break it down. It's hard for a woman that I'm 13 years older than the man. And the man is
Why do you feel it's hard?
No. Wait, listen. I'm saying the man will not be telling me what to do. Like how a husband, so you know, how a husband would want to be with.
But it depends on the husband, anyway.
Yeah, you would have
Depends
got him
on
in
the
the
man.
first place, I don't think, if you had a difficulty adjusting to how he's fixed.
People do change.
Yeah,
they do. People do change. So people pretend.
Can I make a point that's clear here? We're talking about a 33-year-old man. So whether she's 13 years, 20 years older than him, he's a man. He's capable of making decisions. He's mature. You know, so at the end of the day, I think
you should be making those comments with a pinch of salt, especially the maturity part. Because remember that people have phases of life. So someone is in his 30s, someone is in their 40s. These are different phases of life.
Different phases. And it's
you know,
different
they're going through different, you know, the woman has reached that middle age thing. 33. At 33, he's still vibrant and very hot. You know, they're going through different
At 45, you still are too. I beg.
He's a man.
But okay, let's break it down. Like, for example, for sex drive, a man of 33 compared to a man, have a very high sex drive compared to a woman who is 40.
Don't say that, sister, because some women, you know, they become, you know, more sexually aware in their 40s. Can I get an amen? No amen from me. That was funny. Oh my God, that was very, very funny. I actually thought I was going to get an amen from you. Oh, okay. So, sorry.
So, okay.
I'm probably mistaken. Okay. Oh.
No. Okay. No, but
I don't think I'm alone on that anyway. No, you're not. Because there are women who, you know, get their groove on when they're turning around that age. So the sex drive part, maybe this man may be making her feel younger. You know, making her feel alive, and you know, in the heat of it all. So I think we should explore it from different angles.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, it's the young lady that's written in who is the daughter of the mother,
of the woman.
She's written in that the man is 33 years old. He's 13 years younger than her mother. I'm wondering if she's personally not comfortable with this relationship.
Exactly.
And that's why these other things have come up.
Exactly.
And maybe she has seen things. I don't know. So there's a lot more to what is there, I think.
Because if you look at it, a man comes to, like, you have a house, and a man, you marry, obviously the man moves in with the woman, and then he's like ordering things around. Oh, you know, you have to do this, you have to do that. She's like, Sorry.
On a general note, it already looks weird.
Yeah,
it doesn't look right at all.
Who are you to tell me what to do?
In my own mother's house.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's already a very...
I still disagree. I think respect is respect, regardless of age. Yeah. You know, he is who he is, and that's your man's your mom's man. You know, and if your mom, you should also trust your mom's judgment. Yeah. If that's the man, forget. They're married. They're not just courting. They're married. That's your mom's husband. Did she say they're married? Exactly. So give him the respect that he's due. At the end of the day, he's a man. Once he's over 18, I wouldn't date a man that younger. And I'm like you as well. I have an issue dating younger men. I like them older. But a man, because I've been told off and I've had to listen to somebody because I used to just look at them as their kid, but they're not kid. Because somebody could be 24, 23, and is someone's dad. Someone respect them and look up to them, and they make decisions in that. So I think age, personally, it just doesn't matter to me, as long as they're not teenagers. But if they're mature enough and they're adults, then I expect adult behavior, adult mannerism.
So who knows? This viewer has written in. It could be two ways. It could be that she's not being considerate and she's not, you know, wanting to respect this man for the sheer fact that her mom has got the money, her mom has got the house. And it could also be that this man may be throwing himself around like the Don, and it's annoying. So it could be either way. It could be either way.
I think the question I would ask, what really makes a man a man? What makes him... There are certain things a man does for him to be accepted to be the man of the house.
I think that question, that should be a whole topic, actually.
I think there's a lot of talk about respect embedded in that. Like, there's a lot about respect for oneself and respect for the people around you. Yeah. And I think that respect would show the maturity that, you know, would warrant people living well around you and not insulting you or complaining about you. There's a lot of respect inside that. And I think that's a good place to live in, really. We don't know why this young lady has written. And we don't know if they're just annoying you. We don't know if the guy is throwing himself around. Or we don't know. We don't really know what the story is under it. But if your mom is happy and there's no abuse involved, please let your mom be happy. So on that note, I'm going to leave it here today. We'll be back with more and more stories in our next episode. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.